Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. And in this video, I will be explaining the roadmap for cloud engineer. How can you become a successful cloud engineer? Guys, in today's generation, cloud is performing very well, and there is a very huge demand for in this field for every engineers. It's one of the best role you can get into this. And if you are if you are a person who wants to be away from programming, if you are not interested in the programming, then you can obviously choose this field. It's not that this field doesn't have programming, it has a bit of programming, but it has very little part. So you can choose this field, you can choose this as a career option. But the most important thing uh, that you have to know is some of the cloud providers. You can see the 5 points that I have listed on the screen. Guys, this is the roadmap to become a cloud engineer. Guys, one more thing is many of the people get confused between the DevOps engineer, cloud engineer, and cloud architect. Guys, these three fields are completely different, that everyone must know. Why? Because DevOps is completely different, where the people integrate the development and the operations. That is totally different. But the cloud engineers, their major role is to set up the database, to store the data, to handle the complete app, or to give the space for the to run the apps or to run the websites. Uh, this uh, all the handling of the uh, storage things will be done by the cloud engineer. And cloud architect is the senior level of the cloud engineer, and it has more complex and advanced level of the cloud engineer. So if you are good at if you are good in handling the data, if you are good in handling the tasks, then you can get into this field. So in order to get into this field, you have to follow the roadmap. So I have mentioned on the screen. So these are the 5 roadmaps that will make you a successful cloud engineer. So first is Linux and networking. Linux is an operating system, and you have to learn this because we use Linux commands in the cloud computing. So it's really important to first go with Linux, learn all the fundamental commands. And so many of you might be having Windows or Windows operating system or Mac operating system with you. It's okay. So you can then you might have a doubt that how can I learn Linux? I don't have the operating system. Guys, you can either have a virtual machine on your system like VMwares that will provide you the virtual operating system, or you can manually download the whole operating system. That you can have two operating systems on your PC. That might be a good option. Why? Because you will really know how the Linux work. In my PC, I have two operating systems, Windows and Linux. So I'll be shifting between these two, and learning Linux command is really very important. And coming to the networking, guys, networking is also really important. Why? Because we will come to know about all the DNS, how the firewalls are built, and all the API networking. That is really important when you want to get into this field. So the second is the programming languages. So which are the programming languages that I suggest is, guys, you can go with any of the programming languages that you're comfortable in. But in this field, in this cloud engineering field, you must be knowing Python or Golang, or else you can go with JavaScript. If you are in the development field, you can go with JavaScript. It totally depends on you. If you want to be a if you are good at programming, I suggest Python because Python is user friendly, beginner friendly, and it's even very easy to learn. Not much syntax required. So if you're good at Java, you can go with Java too, but uh, it's fine to go with Java or Python. It totally depends on your interest. Next, coming to the databases, guys. Database. This is the most important part of any of the cloud based field. Why? Because in order to handle the data, we require few databases. Like we need some programming queries languages. So these are SQL and NoSQL. When you go with the relational database, you will be having SQL or PostgreSQL. And when you go with non-relational databases, that is NoSQL field, where uh, in that point you can learn MongoDB, but not much. MongoDB is required, but it's okay if you are good at SQL. That's okay. You can move further. SQL and PostgreSQL you have to learn. That is the most important point where you have to learn the databases like SQL and like MySQL and PostgreSQL. These two things that you have to be knowing. And SQL is must. You have to be knowing. And coming to the next, cloud providers, guys. This is the core part of any cloud engineer. This is the main role where you will be handling all this cloud part. Guys, there are many cloud providers like AWS, Azure, and GCP, that is Google Cloud Providers. Among these three, if you ask me which one to learn, you can learn any of the cloud providers. Like you can go with AWS, Amazon's AWS, that is also very well. Majority of the companies use AWS in order to handle their data. So you can go with AWS, or you can go with Microsoft Azure, or you can either choose GCP. I'll be teaching all this in my videos. All will be one shot video, so you can just watch it. And at the last is project and certification. Guys, there is a special certificate for AWS certification. You can it's available in Udemy, Coursera, or in the Amazon's official website. You can go there and you can complete the AWS certifications, or even Azure fundamentals. This is also one of the famous certificate that you can get in order to get into cloud engineer field. So these are all the roadmap in order to become the successful cloud engineer. And few people ask me, what is the difference between DevOps engineer and cloud engineer? Guys, cloud engineer is a subpart of the DevOps engineer. So if you are good at cloud engineer, then you can shift to DevOps, where you will be learning all the containers, CI/CD pipelines like Kubernetes and Jenkins and all the CI/CD pipelines. All these things are the next advanced level where you will be learning all these things. So if you are choosing DevOps as the career option, you have to be knowing the subset. The subset of the DevOps is the cloud engineer. Cloud engineer is a subset of DevOps. So if you are planning to be a DevOps engineer, first you have to be a cloud engineer. Then you can go to that field. So this is the roadmap to become the cloud engineer. So thank you. I'll be making all these videos. So if you are interested in this field, you can watch this. That's all. Thank you. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye bye.